Hey guys, Joe Madden here of Pick Dogs. This is Puckin Crazy for Saturday, May 7th, 2022. Happy Saturday, you guys. I hope it's starting off fantastically. I'm sorry the show didn't kick off at 1 o'clock Eastern. Swamped morning. If you missed the morning show, it was absolutely fantastic. We had Chris Ruffolo, Ron Romanelli, Al Ninos, Brian Bittler, and Jovan all on the show. It was a good one. So go check it out. Lots of free picks given there. But this is Puckin Crazy. We're going to talk some NHL. And I'm excited for today. I'm pretty sure Al Ninos is popping in. Tony Brown might pop in as well to give us their free picks in these games. But let's have a look at what's happening. We've had one game kick off already. The Florida Panthers taking on the Washington Capitals. Now, Florida came in here as the favorite. They're up 1-0 right now. We've got 6 minutes and 10 seconds left in that first period. It's going to be a great game. I actually have a premium play on the over 6.5. Need these goals to start coming in if we're going to get over that 6.5. Looks like right now it's going to be a lower scoring game. But I'm not stressing this one. We know the Florida Panthers are so strong offensively, averaging that 4.11 goals per game, that I think this one does still go over. Capitals might get a win at home. I don't know on a side on this one, you guys, but definitely a good game. If you believe in those Capitals, live betting them right now, you'd get some great odds. The home team is 5-1 in the last 6 meetings, but like I said, I've only got a premium play on the over 6.5. I'm going to bring in Al Ninos right away. He is here. I'm going to discuss some of these games, see which game he wants to talk. Like I said, weekend shows, we try to do nice, quick, and fast here. So let's bring him in and talk some hockey, you guys. Al, how's it going?
Going good, are you?
I'm doing fantastic. Thank you. We've got this Florida Panthers game underway with the Washington Capitals. Did you have a premium play out for your clients in this one?
No, I did not, but I can't blame you for taking the over on that. I mean, plenty of talent on the ice there. Definitely plenty of goal scorers. Yeah, not exactly the best goaltending in the world either. So, yeah, pretty low scoring game so far, as you said, but that could still turn around pretty fast for you. I'll be room for that over for you.
Thank you so much. Now, you want to just sit here and discuss all of these games with me, or is there one game in particular you'd like to discuss today?
We could do that. We could do all the games if you want to do that.
Okay, let's do it. I'm glad you want to talk these ones. So at 4:30 Eastern, you guys, we have the Colorado Avalanche taking on the Nashville Predators. Now, Avs coming in as a huge favorite, often overtime a win in that last game. Minus 220 here. The Predators plus 195. This is their first game at home. The series is led by the Colorado Avalanche 2-0 here. Total of 6.5. Al, what are your thoughts on this one?
Let me see where the line's at right now, because I know what I like to open up, and I guess you could still go there. I just think, yeah, the Predators, they've played them pretty well throughout the season. And the Avs did kind of slow down before the playoffs, but I still think they're the much better team here. Still some goaltending issues for the Predators. So, yeah, as long as Saros is out, I think I got to stick with the Avs here. I'm taking them -1 myself. If you don't like laying any juice, I would take them -1.5. I know they fell short on that last game, but I think they are that much better.
Okay, and I hate to go against you here, but I've got to ride with the Predators plus that 1.5. I'm not putting them on the money line here, but I do like them on the puck line. We're paying a little bit of juice at -130, but I think what we saw out of Connor Ingram in that last game, he abso-freaking-lutely stood on his head against the Colorado Avalanche. He is the reason why they kept this game tight. Now, he saved 49 of 51 shots on goal, and it wasn't like the Avalanche were coming light at him. He played an absolutely phenomenal game, and that's what we have to remember with these step-up goalies. Everyone had ruled him out. I saw people on Colorado at like -2.5, and the Preds were able to keep it tight. But if they keep it tight in this one, I can really see it. This being their first home game, the home team is 5-1 in those last 6 meetings. If they win it, I don't know, but I think they keep it within a goal here.
Yeah, I do prefer the -1 better than the -1.5. You could get around -150, and I think it is worth laying that juice for it. But again, when you're taking the -1, you're hoping for a 2-goal win anyway. So that's all up to preference. Whether you like laying goals or juice is up to you. But yeah,
Yeah,
we can disagree on
absolutely.
some games. We don't have to see them all the same.
No, we don't. And Colorado is a better team. I think this is a team that comes out of the series with the win. I'm sorry, my dog is, I don't know what he's doing. He's shaking my table and he's just all over the place. But I do think Colorado wins this series. I think they advance. I just think this is the Predators. It's a nice chance for the Predators here to keep it tight. Let's move on to the next game. If you guys are watching, make sure you drop a comment. Let us know which games you're liking tonight. Now, this one's going to be interesting. 7 Eastern. We have the New York Rangers taking on the Pittsburgh Penguins. A total of 6 in this, so we don't have that 6.5 here. And the Penguins, minus 103 at home. Minus 117 here for the New York Rangers. Series tied at 1-1. We saw the Rangers win the last game 5-2. The Penguins win in overtime in that first game 4-3. High scoring game so far with Igor Shesterkin in net for the Rangers, which is surprising. Fantastic goalie, but he did only allow 2 goals in the last one. What are you liking in this one, Al?
Yeah, they did manage to get 3 past him in regulation. The first one, you said, tell them to just 2.
Yeah.
But the Penguins do have some very talented players. Maybe 2 of them more, or I'm not going to say most, but 2 of the more talented players in the league. And as good as Shesterkin is, it's hard to shut these guys out nightly. And
Yeah.
the play I'm liking here is despite Shesterkin, that I like looking at the other side here. We see Domingue, and I've seen this guy up close a couple times here in Tampa, and yeah, I can't trust this guy. So I'm taking the over. As long as it's at 6 and you don't have to lay that 6.5, I like the over here.
Okay, I like that as well because I'm also looking at the first period over. The first period over minus 1.5 is minus 128 over that 1.5. And I think we have a great possibility for it to come out. We've seen the New York Rangers get a goal in the first period of the last 2 games. The Pittsburgh Penguins getting a goal in, I believe it was the first game they were able to get that goal. It might have been the second. Yeah, it was the second game they were able to get that goal. I really do think we will see both these teams coming out firing here. So the over 1.5 goals in the first period is where I'm going with this game.
Yeah, I'm seeing plus money. I was 2 for that over 6. So yeah, I like that one.
Okay, the last game on the board, you guys, we have here is the Calgary Flames taking on the Dallas Stars. Now, Calgary enters here as a huge favorite, minus 165 on the money line, plus 145 for the Dallas Stars. Now, the Dallas Stars in the last game did get the win 2-0, but they didn't score all 2 goals on Markstrom. They did get the empty netter and a low-scoring game. What I saw out of that game is both these defenses played phenomenal. Calgary's offense wasn't able to get any puck movement going at all. If Calgary's puck movement can get going tonight, I think in this game, but I am not loving the puck line here. I can't lay the money line here. So this one, I don't think I have a plan, Al. What are you looking at?
No under for you in this one, Joe?
I don't know because I look at this game and these offenses can be so explosive. Calgary comes in 3.55 goals and 35.5 shots on goal on this season on average. I can see one of these games in this series going over the total. And that's why I'm staying off the under 5.5, because at the end of the day, I think the defenses and goaltending are phenomenal. Jake Ortinger stood on his head in that last game, playing phenomenal. And so did Jacob Markstrom. But I think one of these games of this series go over the total. And I've been on the under the last 2, so I'm not touching the total today.
Okay. Wow. Interesting. Interesting strategy there. But yeah, the only, I was looking at this total real close earlier. I think if it wasn't so juiced, it might have actually made a premium play. As much as I don't put many totals on the premium side, I think it's solid. You might not hit it every game, it's true, but I think you'll hit it more often than not in this series. And again, the juice is kind of hard for me to lay on the total, so it might be the one reason I stayed off it there. But I do think it's another low scoring game. Markstrom's been great all season long, and he's been good in this series. Yeah, this team didn't show up for him last one, but In terms of the side, it's tough because if I had to pick a side, obviously the Stars are a live dog. You know, they had two close games and they won that one, the last one 2-0. But in terms of side, I think the Flames are still the better team. So if I had to pick a side, it's a bit counter. It goes kind of against my underplay, but I would take a -1 here if I had to take a side. My stronger play is still the under here though on this game.
Yeah, this is going to be just an absolute battle. These teams hate each other. Seeing them on the ice together, how chippy they were the other night, I couldn't believe it. I was just looking at the team totals here, you guys, to see if we could get any value on team totals. Calgary's team total is over 2.5 at -136, so I don't love that. We've only seen both these teams score in the first period. The Dallas Stars, before I move on, team total is 2.5 as well. You're getting plus money on that at least. But let's look at this first period results here. If you are leaning on either of these teams to win in that first period, Calgary is plus 158, the Dallas Stars plus 235. The only goals we've seen are in this first period. I might lean on the first period over 1.5 for both these teams to come out and score in that first period at plus 102. I don't know if I love it though, you guys. At the under 1.5, it's -128. It's the only time we've seen goals scored so far. If this game is if they both come out explosive in that first, I'm riding. That's what I'm doing. I'm taking the over 1.5 in the first period.
All right. Well, we disagree on this game too, then I guess. No, but yeah. I said it's going to be hard for them to stay under every game. Is a good point, but
Yep.
that's pretty much the only case I can make for this over. They got some guys that can score, yes, but I think the defenses are better in the goaltending. So yeah.
Defense and goaltending is absolutely incredible for both of these teams. I just don't know why I can't get there. Why don't we look at, do you do any of the saves on goal? I think this is actually a way to look at it. Jake Ortinga here, his total saves on goal is 27.5. We have Jacob Markstrom at 24.5. If we look at the overs for both these guys, a little bit juiced, over 24.5 for Jacob Markstrom is -126. Jake Ortinga over 27.5 is -122. The books are seeing Calgary getting more shots on goal. We know they average quite a few shots on goal per game, over 30 here. I can see both of these goalie props hitting tonight. I actually like it better than anything else we've talked about. What are your thoughts on this?
Yeah, again, I don't know. When I'm doing props, I'd rather do the shots on goal than the shots saved. But that's a tough one. We didn't see many scoring opportunities in the first game. I'm trying to look up the stats for the second one.
Oh, the
But
shots on goal were
yeah,
atrocious in
yeah,
the second game. Neither
yeah.
team could well, the Stars got way more puck movement and flow than the Calgary Flames. Calgary were tripping over their own feet, let alone the refs calls that didn't call the tripping. It wasn't good to see. But I do think we have talented offenses here. Even if Markstrom and Otinga stand on their heads, if we get that save shots on goal over, I love it. If these offenses open up, these guys are going to be able to make these saves, especially Jacob Markstrom over the 24.5. I think that seems super light here for a Dallas Stars team that can get those shots on goal. Jake Ortinga was fantastic in that last game, and I like his over 27.5 too. So that's what I'm going to ride with.
All right. Yeah, I mean, yeah, the 24.5 does seem a little low. But yeah, there's just, I don't know if you get enough shots on goal for those saves. But yeah, I'm not worried about the goalies making their saves if the shots come their way. But yeah, my only concern with that is if they get enough shots on goal. But yeah, I don't hate them. I think they're good goalies. They'll make their saves if they get the shots their way.
Well, we look at Dallas, and this is what I mean. This is why I'm scared of the total, because we have Dallas rolling in here at 2.84 goals on average per game and 30.3 shots on goal. So we're getting a lot of wiggle room with Jacob Markstrom to save, because if they hit their average, he's not letting in 4 or 5 goals. And then for the sorry, maybe the dogs are barking today, you guys. Apologies for my dog. We look at Calgary. 3.55 goals on average on the season, 35.5 shots on goal on average. Now, I'm going to mute myself. Al, you got any last thoughts on this one?
On the total, is that what we're going over again? Yeah, they've been getting their numbers up during the regular season, but I mean it's a different story when you play this team. So, can they get to their team averages against this team? I guess you're betting on it. I am staying away. My play on this, I mean, as I said, is the under, and that's one I'm sticking to.
Okay, Al. It's going to be a great day. Great day of hockey. That Florida Panthers Washington Capitals game is tied 1-1 now, you guys. The Washington Capitals tying it up with 1 second left on the board for this first period. So this is going to be a great game. Al, what do you got for sale for us today over at Pick Dogs?
Yeah, I wish I would have looked up those numbers when they were down 1-0. You suggested if you said something about if you like the Capitals. I didn't get around to checking the numbers though, unfortunately. But over on the premium side, I still got a 3-pack with my best bet in each sport, and then a few extra plays in the MLB for one of the long-term passes.
Awesome. Of the free plays we talked about today, favorite free play before you go?
I was gonna say I might post my favorite one on Twitter, but I think it's
Absolutely,
gonna
do
be
that.
one you might not like too much, but I gotta go with Avalanche -1 for my favorite play.
Okay, well, if you get Avalanche -1 and I get the Preds +1.5, we both win, Al. So
Well, I'd push, you'd win, but I'd live with that. I'd be happy for you.
absolutely. Well, Al, thanks for joining me, and everyone, thanks for joining us here on Puckin Crazy. Hope you guys all have a fantastic day. All the best in all of your bets. Keep smiling, and let's make some Puckin money. Bye, Al.
All right, have a good one, Joe.
Yeah. Bye, guys. We're trying to end it.